Hi Scorpio, welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we're going to go ahead and do a reading for you. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and we're going to see what comes up for you and what Spirit wants you to know at this time. So just take what's going to resonate, just take what's going to fit with you. If it does not fit with your situation, then no worries. But if you do feel drawn to the title, to the thumbnail, then that could be a sign that it is for you and that you're meant to hear whatever comes up here in the reading. So if you are new here, we also have our big bowl of names, cities, countries, life path numbers, zodiac signs, and more. So we will pull from that bowl towards the end of the reading to get some specific details for some specific people. And if you do resonate with the reading, there will be an extended reading, and you can find that down below. So let's get into it here, Scorpio, and see what the messages are for you. Also keep in mind, sometimes the roles can be reversed. So it could pick up on somebody close to you or someone who you're connected to in love or otherwise as well. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Spirit, please tune me in to any messages that I can channel here for Scorpios who are tuned in to this reading, to this message. I trust that this will find whoever is most meant to hear it at the right time, that they're meant to hear it. I ask for as much detail as possible to channel this information clearly and accurately for Scorpio. I don't know why I'm hearing if it's right for you, you'll know. So that could be about the reading, you know, if it's resonating with you, or that might be about something else in your life. If it's right, you will know. Okay, let's see. Scorpio, what is the message for you? Four of Pentacles. So some of you may feel that you are currently being pushed to something greater, something more. You might feel that you really want to be pushed outside of your comfort zone in some type of way. I feel like there's quite a bit of energetic shifts that are happening for you. You may actually be feeling symptoms. It could be purging of old energies. It's something here to do. And when I shuffled this other deck, we do have emotions are running high. So this past supermoon we had in Pisces could have also really affected you. It feels like there's a lot of kind of, I guess the best way to put it is like with the flames in the background, a lot of things in your life are potentially being highlighted to kind of be burned away for you to expand. You know, the Four of Pentacles is kind of a bit of a held back or stuck, stifled type of energy. So you might be in a position here, Scorpio, currently where it feels like you could have a bit of an uncomfortable feeling within your body, or you feel like almost like a bursting kind of bubble, you know, something that you feel is ready to burst or ready to be let out. So this could be a variety of different things. But with this supermoon, again, I do feel like it has a lot to do probably with your current lifestyle, your situations that you're involved in, or something involving your mental state of mind as well. I feel that there is a person here who you have either a long-term connection with or somebody that you have been connected to for a long time. And there's a question of whether or not that connection is meant to come into reconciliation. So you might be wondering this to yourself, you might be thinking about this, or this might be vice versa. And it feels like there's a lot of things that are actually being shifted when it comes to that relationship. So I want to see what that is. but it feels like many different things are getting ready to be released surrounding somebody that you've been waiting to come together with, or that you've been questioning if the two of you will come back together. That might not be for everyone, but for a lot of you, I feel that's the case. I'm also getting here too, Scorpio, that you may be having either some financial problems, or you are currently undergoing, again, a big transformation, which will allow you to have an increase in your finances later on, or to pursue certain things which will bring you more financial abundance. But it feels like this will have to be done by this kind of explosive or purging type of energy for you. We have the Death card, yeah. So yeah, with this Death card, it feels like quite the similar energy that was over here. I feel like a lot of you, there's a sense of not being able to kind of go back to something that you left behind, or a version of yourself or your life that you left behind. And I'm getting that this, again, could be connected for some of you to like a twin flame path that you're on for a few of you. And it feels like it's coming through as a really big shift that is happening for you on this twin flame journey, which again, I do want to clarify what is coming through. But for a lot of you, it feels like something that you can no longer be in the same waiting space, or be in the same kind of held back space for forever. And so this might be a endings into new beginnings that are happening for you energetically as it relates to a twin flame journey, or a twin flame path, or just like a highly spiritual relationship path that you've been on. I'm hearing going back to school for somebody. So if you have been thinking about going back to school, that is a confirmation. And here we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of an intense time. Some of you are just, again, kind of moving through a time here where, let me get a different deck to confirm, because a lot of this is confirming the same information. It feels like you could be moving through just a difficult time, a lot of emotions that are running high for you. And it's almost like a sense of, I know that I have to move forward, or I know that I have to turn this corner, but I'm also struggling with the idea of doing so. So it's that kind of feeling here. We have, you will soon embark upon a creative project that will enrich your life and benefit you in prosperous ways. So I think that's kind of what was coming up here with the moving outside of your comfort zone energy. I feel like you could have something which, with the fire in the background, is actually going to come after the storm. So it's almost like the flame will still remain after you move through a transformation, or you may have to sort of burn away the energies which had held that fire in your soul from coming out, if that makes sense, So I do feel that whatever is happening here is helping to kind of reveal the inner self, or reveal the inner kind of gem that's inside of you, which can be something creative or something that you're pursuing, which you may already know what it is, or it's going to come out slowly after you finish this time of transformation. So if you've been feeling any type of uncomfortable, almost like something trying to wiggle out, it's kind of that kind of feeling where it's like something where the real you, or this certain project or certain path that has been within you, is beginning to emerge. So for some of you, it could be like a life purpose that you are getting closer to realizing what that is. But there was this message coming up about love too. So I want to get some more information. We have someone who is destined to be in your life will soon enter if you make room by clearing out the energy of another who is no longer suited for you, and the expectation that they will change. create the change that you desire. So that is definitely confirming that for a lot of you, this new energy is as you release the old. And this definitely could be that this is in relation to an ex-partner, and for some, a twin flame or someone who you've been attached to for a long time. There's a version of that person that you're letting go of, or possibly the entire connection. And it feels like you are needing to really stand your ground in terms of what is, you know, what do you kind of stand for? What do you believe now about yourself? Because a lot of you could be having changes in the way that you're viewing yourself and also your love life, which Spirit's wanting you to not alter that for anybody else. So if there's something where you're currently still involved with this ex-partner, you may need to definitely stand your ground in how you are connecting with them and what you are really pursuing for your future, and being sure about that path for you. I'm hearing the song Open Arms by Journey. So yeah, something with open arms is about to welcome you. And even though these cards are very difficult, it feels like that is because it's clearing out this energy so that you can have open arms, and this person who's kind of destined to be in your life can also meet you with open arms as well. So yes, we have a heartbreak will come to pass. Pay more attention to your health and promptly address any concerns. Happier times lie ahead. Stressors of the past will soon seem insignificant. So it doesn't have to be heartbreak that is like in terms of a breakup right now for all of you. It could be that, but it can also be, like I mentioned earlier, just something here to do with the cycle that you've been moving through in your love life, which feels like a highly spiritual connection. And it's something where I feel the time has come, something astrologically going on, or a certain shift in your life, which had been meant to be all along, is currently being branched off right now to cut one thing kind of out and to lead you to something else. So definitely be aware that there will be happier times for you. And I feel that if you need to cry, I'm hearing, it can be really good to cry, to purge that out. I keep getting a lot of purging here for you. So that's definitely something coming through, that it's really healthy to purge, to heal. And it kind of feels like one of those things where you have to feel something in its entirety before it comes to an end. You know, it's to avoid it is only going to keep it stuffed in your heart or stuffed away. And Spirit's actually showing me kind of like a Six of Pentacles energy, where what is the energy that you are giving out, and are you receiving that back in return? So it's like a currency. Your energy is currency. So this can be applied in love and also anything else that you're doing where you need to either give a little bit more to receive more, or you need to be conscious of like, how many coins do you have to give, and are you getting that back, or are you getting a profit, or, you know, is there an equal exchange between two things? So that is something I feel your guides are bringing through here. Ooh. Okay. I'm seeing some of you could also be getting like a new hairstyle, or coloring your hair, or changing up your clothes, or some type of new style, or that could really help you to get out of any rut. If you've been moving through like a heartbreak, that can help. We have warning. So yeah, this is a little bit more of a difficult reading. So if it doesn't feel like your situation, then, you know, don't take it. But it seems like this is something that, with the warning, you are aware of this on a very deep intuitive level. So if this is somebody romantically that you're currently connecting to, your intuition would be telling you where the red flags are. Like you would be having a clear gut feeling that something is not right here. I can't trust this person entirely, or I can't trust the situation fully. And if this is just something where it's been like a longer separation in love, you may be feeling this, again, sensation in your intuition, which is telling you like, I know it's time for me to get out of this feeling that I've been in whatever way that's going to be for you. It could be letting go entirely. It could be moving on entirely. It could be addressing the parts of this connection, or the parts of you which have remained too attached or have remained stuck in a lack of healing from this connection or the situation. So whatever it could be, it's like needing to really go down a different path and address what is your future path look like. Because I keep being shown like future energies. It almost looks like a beach house somewhere. That could be somebody's dream if you want to live in like a beach house, but it's like a feeling of freedom in this beach house, and like cooking, it's just coming through like cooking meals and relaxing and just enjoying the moment, smelling the sea air and the salt. It's just something where it feels like you are aware of what you want your future to be and what you want your life to look like, what you want the partner with you to be. And if this is not lining up to what your current reality is, that's what Spirit is saying, that there's a need for you to address that. And this could even be your mental, physical health too, which needs to be, you know, with the fire, to even exercise, something to do with like letting it out, letting it go. Yeah, so yeah. And this actually might be something with being playful as well. We have put away the computer, working less and having more fun, and try something you've never done before. Yeah, so clear confirmation there of that. So let me see, is there anything else about love that needs to come up for you, Scorpio? Is there a person coming up as being connected to you? And if so, what do we need to know about that person? I keep seeing like Dairy Queen, McDonald's, so that could just be a message for somebody. If you have been eating maybe unhealthy, there might be this need to look at your health and your diet and, you know, eat foods that make you feel good. We have heart fog. So it feels like this person here who's coming up as being connected to you, there's a disconnect here between the two of you at the moment. I have to say, it does feel that there's a strong disconnection, or it feels like at the very least there is a kind of fuzzy signal between the two of you. So meaning that you may not be able to really connect with them fully, or they may not even be able to connect with you energetically. There's just something which feels like it's blurred. It's a fog around them. And I feel like this is something that it's a highly emotional time because of the changes that you are having to make and that this connection might be having to move through. So they are coming up as somebody that is seeming to be going back and forth between two different things, or they're going back and forth between other options, or they just have other things going on, I feel. The Eight of Swords. It feels, to be honest with you, it's something which feels like it's almost like with this superficial energy, the shallow. Okay. What's really interesting with the Empress, as I said, some of you, this could be a twin flame. they feel like you are constantly in their mind. For others of you, this person has some karmic contract with somebody else right now that they have to move through, that they have to kind of get out of. And it seems like that's causing the confusion for them, where they have been really searching for like what is truly going to fulfill them, or what kind of connection do they want. So there's like a whole lot of confusion with this whole reading. If this is somebody who you're already connected to and seeing and talking to, they could be very confused about their future and kind of what they want moving forward. It might be somebody who is kind of going back and forth between different ideas or options, or just what they want. If they want this connection, if they don't, if they, you know, it's like that kind of feeling where I feel this is somebody who is, and if you're not in contact, if you're in like a separation, they have a lot of work to do on themselves, and they've been going about things and relationships more from a shallow perspective. And I do think it's a little bit of karma here involved, where it's like that song Too Little Too Late is coming up. So it might be something where it's just ultimately too little too late when it comes to you and this person. And I think that they could be aware of that. I'm seeing a ring of salt around you. So that's kind of going back to the message we had earlier too, with the letting something go. A lot of you here could be putting salt, maybe even around your home, or taking salt baths in order to really get this energy out of your life, or out of your system, or even out of these readings, if that's relevant for you. It doesn't mean that you don't care for them, or that you don't love them, or that there's not a connection here, but it feels like it's just something where it's time for the new. And I think that any space that you've taken from this person is definitely doing a lot of good for you to recognize what you want, and also doing a lot of good for this connection. If it's something which is meant to be, then it will be when the time is right. But there's somebody who's very close in vicinity to you. And I think that could be like the new connection, or the new person coming in. Something which is feeling very close to happening. It feels very close to coming together with this Ace of Wands. And for some, it could even be this person too. You know, it could be two people, or this person could also be wanting to return. But, you know, based on what we had here, it feels like it's Justice and the Fool to me is like this new cycle with the Death card too. This would be something brand new. The two of you would need to really go about this connection in a very new way that you've never done before. This person could also call you, I'm hearing, on the phone. We have, I feel you leaving me behind. You and I were too young. I remember every detail of that day. Yeah, this person feels like there could have been a specific day for a few of you where you may have had a breakup, or there may have been an ending, and they keep going back to that specific day of how they may have treated you, or what may have gone differently between you both. And I think that this person really looks up to you, and as of right now, they are kind of putting you on this pedestal of the Empress, but waiting for a sign from you. I'm hearing follow your heart. So I'm going to look more in the extended. We're going to see a little bit more about this person here who is connected to you, for those of you who might be interested, what they are feeling a little bit more about you, what they could intend with you, and what does Spirit want you to know about this connection. And then we will also look and see about this new energy for you coming in, who that might be or what that might be, and then anything here about just kind of the new coming in for you. I feel we'll look at that. But let's get one more message here to close up this reading, and then we'll pull from the Bull. And also I have a few little sticks, other sticks that have details on them. So what is the final message here for Scorpio that they need to know about the outcome of all of this, or the final message to summarize this? We have, you have been connecting to someone who is struggling with darkness around them. Cleanse and protect your energy, for they are gravitating towards your light. So that is exactly the confirmation we had here. So yeah, for a lot of you, it's important that you really think about how you can protect your energy. And even if you do have a strong connection with this person, it feels like there's a lot here to do with you really being in a position where you've kind of had enough, or you're ready for this energy to be cleared. We have family. This person could be restricted by their family. There might be family pressures, or the two of you could have had a family or have been married or children. But for most, with the Empress, they could be married for a few of you, or they could have another connection. And it seems like that's causing a lot of the mental chaos that they have going on, a lot of the confusion, being influenced by family. We have blue, so throat chakra. They might want to communicate with you. With the Fool here, again, there is something to do with some type of communication or desire with the Justice here too, being Libra energy. We have talking, yeah. So again, we'll look more at that in the extended, but there is something with the Ace of Wands here in the Passion where you will be talking to somebody. I was getting a phone call too, so it could be somebody new, definitely, or there may be a sign that the two of you will have to talk things through or to reconnect, but there's possibly a conversation or a new passion that's going to be sparked in your life when it comes to talking with somebody. We have coming over, and we have controlling. So of course that could be very specific for a few people. Something to do with you, I don't know what that is. You came over to their house, or they invited you over, but there was a controlling part of it, or they're kind of controlling. They can be controlling. They could be inviting you over, or they could have invited you over, but it feels like there's a controlling part maybe of this person where in some way they could be still attached somehow to you. Yes, we have hello. So they want to say hello to you, or they're going to say hello to you. But with that card, you know, they may have a tendency to not be in the best energy at the moment. So that can be kind of a bit of a warning from Spirit that this person is still kind of keeping you a level down. We have wants you back. Yeah, so kind of feels like this person could want you back, but the way they're coming up again is sort of like they're waiting for you, or they're waiting for you to also admit that you feel the same way. And I don't know if you do, but that's just something coming up here. Look deeper. Yes, there's more to this situation. So we will definitely look deeper in the extended, but there's more to this story. There's more to this person. We have think 3 months, close. So this new creative project for you is happening in the next 3 months, and it's very close to happening. But you may need to think or to brainstorm or to kind of think about, again, your future, what you want here, create that for yourself. We have dolphin. So dolphin could be a spirit animal for some of you, but it's also this very playful kind of free energy with the dolphin. So that's what I feel Spirit is wanting you to do and to embody. We have boundaries. Yeah. So it's on top of that new person who's destined, but you have to clear out the energy. So you may need to have boundaries when it comes to, again, like that salt ring. What is your picture of kind of what you want? And if it doesn't align to that, or if somebody slips back into old patterns, that's where you may need to have that boundary. Yeah, see, something with communication, using your voice when it comes to even disconnecting from energy, or even speaking out loud to let the energy go, or to, you know, using your voice somehow to have boundaries. So again, talking, chatter. Look at that, we have hi and hello. So somebody really wants to talk with you. They definitely want to talk with you. Far. They could be far away from you, or they remember the part of a day that you had together, which was either a long time ago, or they just feel distant from you. So yeah, we're going to look at that in the extended, but let me go ahead and pull from our name bowl. These do not have to resonate. If they don't connect, then no worries. It doesn't mean that it's not for you. It's just going to be specific for a few people. So you may want to also turn down the volume, because it can be very loud when I shuffle these. Okay, so we have Frank, Missy, Adeline, Evanice, Hamad, Zana, Brad, Stephanie, Serafina, Hannah, Leandra, Catherine, Aracelis, Vernita, Sophie, Dusty with an I, Nira, Rick, Zafi, and I think that's it for names. And then we also have here Colorado, Finland, Alabama, New Orleans, Memphis, Netherlands, Houston, Detroit, Portland, California, Los Angeles, Edmonton, and then we have Libra, Moon, Gemini, Moon, Leo, Sun, and black hair. So I hope that these will connect with you, Scorpio. Definitely let me know if you like how they resonated. And if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And I will go over to the extended. So thank you for tuning in, and take care. Lots of love.